Mastering mindset, the core pillars of Stoic practice. At the heart of Stoic practice lie three interwoven pillars that form the foundation of personal transformation: mindfulness, acceptance, and rationality. These principles, though ancient in origin, resonate profoundly with contemporary psychological insights and offer practical guidance for mastering our internal landscape. Mindfulness, in the Stoic context, transcends modern interpretations focused solely on present-moment awareness. It encompasses a vigilant observation of our thoughts, emotions, and judgments as they arise, coupled with the conscious decision to direct our attention toward what truly matters. The Stoics practiced this through daily exercises of self-examination, carefully monitoring their responses to external stimuli, and maintaining constant vigilance against irrational impulses. Acceptance, perhaps the most challenging pillar for modern practitioners, demands a radical shift in our relationship with life's unfolding events. Rather than resisting or denying reality, Stoicism teaches us to embrace what is, understanding that everything happens according to nature's perfect order. This doesn't imply passive resignation, but rather an active engagement with life's challenges, viewing them as necessary components of our development. The Stoics developed specific techniques to cultivate acceptance, such as negative visualization, premeditatio malorum, where they imagined worst-case scenarios to build emotional resilience and appreciate current blessings. This practice helps reframe difficulties as opportunities for growth and strengthens our capacity to face adversity with equanimity. Rationality serves as the guiding force that integrates mindfulness and acceptance into coherent action. The Stoics viewed reason as humanity's defining characteristic and greatest gift, using it to distinguish between what is within our control and what lies beyond it. They practiced rigorous cognitive restructuring, challenging irrational beliefs and emotional distortions through logical analysis. For instance, when faced with anger or frustration, a Stoic would examine the underlying assumptions fueling these emotions, testing their validity against reason and evidence. This intellectual discipline extends to decision-making processes, where careful consideration of long-term consequences replaces impulsive reactions. These pillars find practical application in various aspects of daily life. A Stoic approaches work-related stress by mindfully observing rising anxiety, accepting project deadlines as external facts beyond personal control, and responding rationally by focusing on productive action rather than worry about outcomes. In relationships, they practice mindful listening, accept others' imperfections as natural, and respond with reasoned compassion rather than reactive emotion. Even in moments of significant loss or disappointment, these principles provide a structured framework for processing experiences constructively. To integrate these pillars effectively, Stoics employ specific techniques throughout the day. Morning meditation involves visualizing potential challenges and rehearsing appropriate responses. Throughout the day, they pause periodically to assess their thoughts and actions against Stoic principles. Evening reflection allows for honest evaluation of successes and areas needing improvement. These practices create a continuous feedback loop that reinforces the integration of mindfulness, acceptance, and rationality into everyday consciousness. By consistently applying these principles, practitioners gradually transform their default responses, replacing automatic emotional reactions with thoughtful, virtuous action. Transformative living, embracing Stoic principles in daily life. Implementing Stoic philosophy demands more than theoretical understanding. It requires concrete changes in how we structure and navigate our daily existence. The first step involves establishing a deliberate morning routine that sets the tone for Stoic living. Upon waking, dedicate 10 minutes to contemplating potential challenges you might face during the day. Visualize traffic delays, difficult conversations, or unexpected setbacks, reminding yourself that your response, not the event itself, determines your experience. This practice aligns with Marcus Aurelius' advice to begin each day by telling yourself, "Today I shall be meeting with interference in gratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness. Such preparation builds emotional resilience before stepping into the day's uncertainty. Throughout the day, implement strategic check-in points to maintain Stoic awareness. Set reminders on your phone or use natural breaks between tasks to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, is my current reaction aligned with Stoic principles? Am I focusing on what I can control? These moments of conscious reflection help prevent automatic emotional responses and reinforce rational thinking. When facing frustration at work, for example, consciously separate the task's objective difficulty from your subjective interpretation of it. Instead of reacting emotionally to a colleague's criticism, methodically evaluate its validity and respond with measured reason. Social interactions present unique opportunities for Stoic practice. Approach conversations with mindful presence, listening attentively without allowing preconceived judgments to color your perception. When someone expresses anger or negativity, remember Epictetus's teaching that their behavior reflects their own internal state, not your worth. Respond with calm understanding rather than matching their emotional intensity. In conflicts, focus on articulating your position clearly and reasonably, avoiding emotional escalation while maintaining integrity. Evening reflection becomes crucial for consolidating daily practice. Allocate 15 minutes before sleep to review your day through a Stoic lens. Examine moments when you successfully applied Stoic principles and identify instances where you fell short. Be honest but compassionate in your assessment, recognizing that progress matters more than perfection. Consider keeping a journal to track patterns in your behavior and emotional responses. This written record provides valuable insight into areas requiring further development and documents your growing mastery of Stoic principles. Practical adjustments extend to physical environment and habits as well. Create visual reminders of Stoic wisdom in your workspace and home. Perhaps quotes from Marcus Aurelius or Seneca strategically placed where you'll encounter them regularly. Develop the habit of pausing before responding to emails or messages, giving yourself time to craft considered, rational replies, rather than impulsive reactions. When making decisions, write down pros and cons while explicitly noting which factors fall within your control, helping maintain focus on actionable elements. Physical health intersects significantly with Stoic practice. Regular exercise, proper nutrition, and adequate rest support the mental clarity needed for consistent Stoic living. Treat these activities not as burdensome obligations, but as expressions of self-discipline and care for your rational faculty. When temptation arises to indulge in excess or neglect basic needs, remind yourself that maintaining your physical vessel enables better service to virtue and reason. Finally, cultivate a network of like-minded individuals who share your commitment to Stoic principles. While individual practice remains essential, having supportive companions on the journey provides encouragement during challenging times and opportunities to discuss practical applications. Engage in regular discussions about Stoic texts, sharing insights and strategies for implementation in modern contexts. This community aspect reinforces your dedication and expands your understanding of how Stoic wisdom applies across diverse situations. Encountering obstacles, navigating challenges in Stoic practice. Embarking on a Stoic journey inevitably leads to confronting deeply ingrained habits and unexpected emotional surges that test one's commitment to the philosophy. One of the most formidable challenges manifests as the persistent tug of old emotional patterns, particularly when facing interpersonal conflicts or professional disappointments. Despite intellectual understanding of Stoic principles, the initial knee-jerk emotional reactions, whether anger at perceived injustice or anxiety about future uncertainties, can feel overwhelming. During these moments, the gap between theory and practice becomes starkly apparent, demanding immediate application of Stoic techniques to prevent emotional hijacking.